Yes. Welcome back to another stream. We got some transfer news. Transfer season. Obviously, it's popping off every single day now. It's pretty weird. Stuff about Riyad Mahrez, Kyle Walker, Ilkay Gundogan. There's so many different things to talk about. But this is kind of like a different stream. This is more like 3 players City must sign this summer. You know what I mean? Who could it be? Who could it be?
It's discussion, man. This is discussion based. We want the chat. We want all of you to get involved too. I know you saw us putting Mbappe, Neymar, and Kimmich in the thumbnail, but you know, like,
you gotta do it. You know what I mean? We got to hook you in and reel you back in it. Like you were all like, "What?" Saeed was in there going, "Haha, you ain't getting any of these." Nah,
well,
you got baited.
Listen, Saeed, we could get Kimmich. There is reality to Kimmich.
I think
there's reality to Kimmich.
Yeah, the other two a bit less. First things first, make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new, click the notification bell so you get notified every time that we go live. If you want to support us even further, you can become an Xtra Club member. The link is in the description. Right then, 3 players we must sign. Who do we start with? Who's our first player that City will sign?
Mbappe. We need that. No, let's.
In fact, if Riyad Mahrez leaves, we must sign a winger.
Let's look at the facts and figures laid on the table that we have right now. Right, we know City are in the market for a winger. They've made that clear. Yeah, we're in the market for a winger. We want a winger. Phil Foden, were you all right?
I was coughing on my coke, sorry.
Phil Foden's moving into midfield. We're in the market for a winger. We're expecting to lose Gundo, Bernardo, Laporte, Laporte, Mahrez, and Walker. That's 5 players. Now, is it a yes or no? Do we need to replace all 5 of them? Kovacic, Gundo.
Right.
Bernardo?
Unknown.
Don't know.
I think there's more than 3 in there. We say there is 3 players City must sign.
But like 3 is a better title than 5. You know?
Yeah, 3 is definitely a better title than 5. Well, positional wise, what is the 3 main positions that we need to cover? Winger.
Definitely a winger.
Winger. Midfielder. Yeah. Then we have Kovacic coming in.
But is Kovacic? Do you view Kovacic as he's the guy coming in? Because none of us ever were buzzing about the idea of him coming in and being a week to week
top
starter.
Dog. Yeah, he shouldn't be top dog. He should be rotating with Gundo, but Gundo might just leave, and we're just stuck with him.
I think we're shooting ourselves in the foot massively if we just bring in Kovacic in that position. I think he could do a job week to week in midfield, but I don't think he's reliable. I like if he goes and has one of his injuries, which people say he gets a lot of, who do you throw in there? You throw in Phil Foden, of course, who's a novice as well when it comes to first team football as a midfielder, and you've got De Bruyne beside him. I don't know.
It
stinks.
It does stink. It does stink, and obviously the outgoing list is just unfortunately getting longer. Like, listen to this, right? These are potential outgoings for Manchester City in this summer, right? Kyle Walker, Ilkay Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Cole Palmer, Cancelo, Laporte, Mahrez, Sergio Gomez, Calvin Phillips. They're all potentials to leave this club.
If we're to lose all of them...
That's 9 players.
Bro, like, you can't lose 9 players and not be fucked. I don't care who you bring in.
And not be fucked. Basically, we are fucked.
Well, like, when I say fucked, I mean, like, expect a dip in form, consistency.
Yeah, transitional,
that's not
isn't
good.
It? Like,
full transition.
There's a lot of players, man. There's a lot of players to be losing in one summer. So, if you I guess we'll start with the right wing spot, because that is definitely one of the key areas. Because if you lose Cole Palmer, there's a winger gone. If you lose Riyad Mahrez, there's another winger gone. And if Phil Foden does move into midfield, can play still on the wing. However, it'd be more of a midfielder. So you got that right wing spot. Who would be obviously that's a must sign in position. What player would you choose to be our right winger?
If I had the whole of world football to choose from,
realistic. What realistic signing? Because if I had the whole world of football, do you know what I mean? You'd be looking at someone like, I don't even know. The talent drain. I don't even know.
There is a talent drain, man. I think I'm saying Sane still.
I think I'm leaning towards Sane. Dan Trellis says Moussa Diaby. That is realistic from Bayer Leverkusen. Let me just have a look at Moussa Diaby's stats because I've done this plenty of times before, but you know what I mean. I don't have his stats in my brain forever. So last season, Moussa Diaby, he played right wing for 31 games. In that position, he got 9 goals and 8 assists.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I haven't watched much of him, and I know he has.
Oh yeah. Well, in total, in like all the competitions, he got 14 goals and 11 assists.
14 goals, 11 assists. I
mean, that's not bad. That he did play 48 games.
It's not bad. I mean, but it doesn't move me. It doesn't move me. You know, playing in Bundesliga and that.
Yeah, like that's the only thing. Matthew Flackett there said Matoma is my first choice. The only issue with Matoma for me is the fact that he plays left wing. I've never seen him play right wing.
And he couldn't finish his dinner, Matoma. He can do everything except finish. He scored 7 goals last season.
Oh, there's fucking another. Sorry, there's another fly. So it's 7 goals, yeah. And United, he should have went better.
Yeah. Like if you watch him on a week-to-week basis, Matoma, he gets himself into positions and his head just goes, "No, I can't do this," and panics.
Yeah, I mean, but he could learn that. I mean, he's fresh to the league, but I think we need someone who's gonna be ready. If Riyad Mahrez is getting off, we've got to replace Riyad Mahrez. Like he has good goal contributions year in year out, and you got to kind of replace that. And now, obviously, there's no guarantees anywhere. I kind of like the look of Moussa Diaby. I think it'd be an alright move that, and it wouldn't be one where I'm looking at going and I'd be disappointed. There's a lot of people who back him, and I trust those people have seen him a lot more than what I've seen him.
No, I'm not writing him off. I'm not writing Diaby off. I'm just saying I've never seen him properly.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever watched him properly play ever. So that's the only thing. Leroy Sané. So if you put it this way, right, Leroy Sané in the same season as Moussa Diaby,
doesn't he?
Yeah, he got 14 goals, 10 assists, and he only played 4 less games. He's only 1 assist off him in 4 less games. But on that right wing spot, Sané played 17 games as right winger. So he actually played more right wing than left wing. But he got 4 goals and 4 assists from the right wing. He got more goals.
There's no like real outstanding candidate, you know, where you say City need to go and get him kind of thing. Like he's our guy.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. There's no links. First and foremost, there's no links to anyone. There's no like front runner. So it's a bit like there's not even a rumor. There's no rumors.
That's what's making me anxious, man. All these rumors about outgoings, and there's no sign of City being on the button about it. You know, like right, he goes, he's our guy. The next guy's coming in.
Yeah, do we even care? I think we just be like, nah. I mean, like, yeah, nah, I'll be all right. Wing it. We just won the treble, innit? No one cares.
They're all still in party mode, man.
It should have been Raphael Leao, Pep Merchant. I feel like that's where we should have gone to, but obviously he wanted to stay at Milan, and we kind of knew that from the off. But I thought there'd be a chance. So I'm with you, Hugh, in the sense that my priority target for right wing is still Leroy Sané. Yeah, I just think that's it.
I know Diaby has better stats than Sané, but I lean towards
Sané. 1 assist, and he played 4 more games.
I just lean towards Sané because he knows the club, he knows Pep, he knows he'll be able to adapt and settle in quicker, if that makes sense. I think for Diaby, it would take maybe a bit longer for him to get used to playing under Pep Guardiola, whereas Sané knows the drill, man. He knows the routines, he knows how everything works.
Yeah, you know what going on it.
And he cooked for us before. Sané absolutely cooked for us before. So, you know, that gives me a bit of excitement. But it's tough, man. There really is. Never go back to your ex. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but there really is a drought out there. Like, it feels like 5-6 years ago, we'd look at the market and go, right, there's 4 or 5 players we could definitely go and get. Oh. But right now, it's kind of like,
I've seen quite a few people now pointing at the chat, and Ciso. NC,
I do
so in the
like him.
chat. I like NC, so he does look good. Obviously, scored goal of the season against us. Now, he's never played right winger. He's only played right mid, and he's only played right mid once. Other than that, he's been a left wing, left mid, attacking mid, centre forward. That's all season.
Yeah, see, I swear he's only like 19 as well. So you'd be kind of trying to develop him and mold him into being a right winger. But my whole theory with this situation is, if we're losing 5 players, 3 or 4 of them kind of being core players, like really, really important players, I think if we want to sustain success and try to avoid a transitional season drop off, I think we have to go out and get big hitters. We have to go out and get some players who are as guaranteed as possible to being a hit. That's why, in my opinion, I'm getting close saying we have to go and get someone like a Joshua Kimmich. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That kind of profile player who'll come in and whatever position he plays in, he'll guarantee you good quality, consistent performances. I don't think if you're trying to avoid the transitional season dip in form, I don't think you can take the risk on players who may or may not bang at Man City. It may take them a season or two to adapt the way it has done for other players. You're going to need players to come in who are just guaranteed they're going to do a job.
Yeah. Check this, right? Check this. And I think I'm like, hang on, just before I say this, right? City all the way with a 10. Yes, City all the way with $10. Said, I wonder how good our squad would actually be if Pep wasn't coaching them. Silva, Haaland, KDB, and Ake have all looked quite ordinary for their international teams. With Pep, they all look incredible. I don't judge either side like that. I never judge either side like that. I think the national team setup is completely different because you're surrounded by completely different players. We're surrounded by quality as well, not just like the manager. But I do think a lot of these players wouldn't be the same without Pep. Definitely wouldn't.
This wouldn't be our squad without Pep. We wouldn't have this squad without Pep. Like, he's the pull power. He's the reason most of them are here.
Yeah. I appreciate the super chat, City, all the way. I hope you're good. So, Riyad Mahrez' stats this year, yeah? And this is kind of what you would be looking to replace. He played 47 games, 15 goals, 13 assists. When you consider Moussa Diaby played 48 games, 14 goals, 11 assists. I mean, I know football ain't as simple as that. Football is never as simple as that, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of like, the part of me that's just thinking he's available. He could be just him. Check minutes. So, Moussa Diaby has played more minutes than Mahrez, obviously. Mahrez played 3,068 minutes and Moussa Diaby played 3,800 minutes. So there is like a massive difference in there, even though they're all in one game. But still, I'm kind of like leaning towards maybe just Moussa Diaby is maybe the realistic option.
Have we ever been linked with this guy?
No. But have we ever been linked with Sane since he left?
No, but we have we've seen
the we've got past.
Yeah, he's been at the stadium, he's been with the players, he's tweeted about us. Like,
yeah,
there seems a bit more to it. There's more foundation to it than Diaby.
Yeah, that's true. He's linked with Newcastle and Arsenal, apparently, says City on tour. Okay. Yeah, well, I think we can go around in circles this right wing spot, but I think like me and you are in the same position where we just kind of want Sane back.
Yeah, I want Sane. Sane.
I'm full Sane mode. Okay, so that's one position that's definitely that City must sign a player in that position, and our player that we've chosen is Leroy Sane. So I love it.
But maybe do a poll in the chat, see sign Sane or nah. Do people agree with that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just like, he's not coming in it. See sign.
I think if we went in for Sane, we could get him. I think we could get Leroy Sane. I think he's attainable. I think he would want to come. I think Bayern would let him go. I think he's there to be got.
There you go. Right, there's the poll in the chat, so the chat can pick theirs. Jude Bellend with a yes, bit of 220 says KDB plays with CBS with an average age of 40 for Belgium. What CBS? Oh, centre-backs with an average age of 40. Sorry, my brain didn't fucking figure that out then. Yeah, he plays with centre-backs with an average age of 40. Yeah, they're still playing Alderweireld and the other Donny, aren't they? I can't remember the other Donny. Vertonghen.
Are those two still knocking about, yeah?
I'm pretty sure they still play with them too. It's pretty mad.
Yeah, that's why they're not winning no tournaments, man.
Yeah,
kind of those
pretty
two.
dead, isn't it? Pretty dead. Kev should just give. Personally, obviously, selfishly, Kev should just give up on Belgium, man, and just prolong his City career.
Yeah, you don't know what he's thinking, man. I would have thought he would have announced it pretty imminently after this season and after their last World Cup and that. But I don't know. Maybe he's got hopes for Germany in 2024.
Potential. Right, the poll's got 151 votes in it so far. There is 540 people in the stream. If you're not already, make sure you click the like button. It's massively appreciated by me and you. Oh, it's flip-flop then. C Sign Sane on ours currently on 57% of yes sign Sane. No get over it is 42%. We'll leave that going. And then obviously me and Hugh have had our pick, and you can have your pick of whether that should be it. Jordan dreaming about delivering CBS Kate Abdo Riz. Nah, I'd fumble the bag, mate. Unless I've got that plaque. The plaque is my safety net, innit?
Yeah, it's game over with it.
Game over about the plaque, innit? I'd be like, yes, Kate Abdo, look at this. Oh, I don't have the plaque yet. It should be like, get out my DMs. Stop messaging me.
I've told you before.
Stop quadruple messaging me. Spamming it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But Kate Abdo, you know, hit me up in it when you watch this, because I know you're a big fan of the channel.
I don't even know who that is. I don't know who it is.
You don't know who Kate Abdo is?
Kate who?
Kate Abdo. Do you know CBS with like Micah Richards and that?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the galley on the left, isn't it?
Good looking girl, man. Very good looking girl.
Yeah. Tyler with the foremost is the plackless twat. Yeah, that's what she called me in the DMs. She'd be like, right, get on my DMs, you plackless twat.
Yeah, she'd be like, come back when you get 100k, mate.
Yeah, come back when you get 100k and you get that tick on YouTube.
Then like, we can open up the talks.
Yeah, boy. Has there ever been a stream with me and Hugh who've not spoiled his plot? I don't think there is. I genuinely don't think there is.
We need that plaque, man. The only way we will stop this and continue with regular conversations consistently is get us the plaque, man.
Yeah,
subscribe.
That's it. She's married. I'm a home wrecker, innit? So don't worry about it.
Wait, just because there's a goalkeeper doesn't mean you can't score. Do you know what I'm saying?
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! That was elite Riz. That was the master of Riz, man. Oh man, I can see you learned that from your, you know what I mean, your degree in Rizology.
First class master's degree in Rizology, mate. Money well spent.
The Rizzler. Do you know how like people call me Geordie Porty and people call Lewis LB? I think we should start calling Hugh the Rizzler.
No, that reminds me of Rizzo then, who we played club with.
No, don't call him that. Don't call him that.
Don't go with that.
Don't call him that.
No.
You have to wear a fedora for that. Jude Bellin, yes, but a 220 says, unless the goalkeeper is De Gea. Oh, wait, what? You're saying you can't score past De Gea? You can't. De Gea always fumble. He always fucks up.
I think I'd score twice if it was De Gea.
Yeah, exactly. He two-time it. Two-time. Bro, can you please hit to the topic? Yes, we can. Moving on to the next player. A position that we need to sign. Who else, bro?
I think
midfielder.
I think we do. We need another midfielder. I think we need another midfielder big time.
So, if we was to go get Sane, yeah, say that's boxed off. Foden moved into midfield. But we need another midfielder. But are we talking like maybe if Gundo leaves?
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking Gundo leaving. We need another midfielder, innit? Because we got Kovacic. Who else? Now, the ones that people always talk about is Gabri Vega. He's available for around like 40-45 million apparently. Newcastle are interested in him as well. James Maddison is obviously one, but the links to James Maddison died off quite fast. Now it's looking like Newcastle and Spurs in the race for him. But we do have McAtee coming back as well.
Yeah, but he's going to go through his Cole Palmer season now.
Yeah. I mean, he might not get
spread out game time, man.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's difficult, man. It is difficult because I don't know midfielders in it. Borges will take the Palmer role. I think Borges is going to get off, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he will too. I want Kimmich, man. I want Joshua Kimmich. He's the answer to our problems, if you ask me.
So midfield wise, I think Kimmich would be. I think it'd be great, and people were saying that in an interview. He said he wants to stay. But we've seen that apparently is open to leaving.
I've seen a number of reports suggesting that he's unsettled and he's not happy or he wants a new challenge or something like that.
Yeah, like Kimmich played as defensive midfield 46 times this season, scored 7 goals, and he got 11 assists, and he played right back once all season. But at least he can do it. The year before, again, he played defensive midfield 37 times. He played right back twice. So the guy isn't going to be the right back, Donny, but he is going to be a very, very, very good midfielder if we could get hold of him. Obviously, it would probably cost a bit of cash. He's contracted to, though, 2025.
Do you think he could play as a number 8? Or is he just like a 6 Donny? That's it, 6 or fullback.
I think he's just 6 Donny, innit? I think he's a 6 Donny.
It's unrealistic. Then he's not coming in to compete with Rodri.
But maybe thinking about that, we're looking at Declan Rice. Declan Rice isn't coming in to compete with Rodri. No one is. So maybe he's thinking more of next to Rodri, like a double pivot.
Oh, switch it up to a 2 and a 1 in midfield.
Yeah, but then I don't really like that though.
No, it's not. It's not Pep Guardiola.
I don't like that. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Stinks of like Spurs away when I was overthinking it.
It reminds me of the 1920 Gundogan Rodri double pivot.
Yeah.
There's no number 8s out there, man, that we can go and get. There's no like big dog midfielders that we could consider going in for. I don't know. I need the chat here, man.
Yeah. There's the number 8 position in it. That's where we're mainly looking at. Obeyed with the $20. Yes, obeyed. It says City signed Sane. yes, obeyed, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah, we know that.
He loves Sane, man.
We know that he loves Sane. It's fair. The chat, though, the poll did say yes, City signed Sane, so that is the one of the musts. And Tinsay with a 2 says we are Manchester City, yet we can't get players. Confused face. I don't think it's a question of we can't get players. It's who we get. Do you know what I mean?
We need like another Kovacic, if that makes sense.
People saying Barella. Loads of people saying Barella now. And obviously we have played with like Bernardo and Kev before. Do you know what I mean? Barella, man. Could that be a thing?
Newcastle bound, Barella? I swear he's going to Newcastle.
I don't know, actually. I don't know. Baby the 5 says Sane can play at the 8. In fact, Sane has played attacking mid for Bayern Munich quite a lot this year.
I feel like he did briefly against us. And
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's not going to Newcastle, apparently. So Barella's got 3 years left on his contract. He's played centre mid and defensive mid, attacking mid. So, I mean, he fits the bill. He does fit the bill. He's got that work rate as well. He's got that engine.
Supposedly he has a release clause.
Release clause FC.
Yeah. Someone in the chat says it.
He this season, in 4,000 minutes, 52 games, got 9 goals and 10 assists.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
So you know what I mean? Especially if Bernardo leaves, if Bernardo Gundo leave, replaced with Kovacic Barella, you'll be happy with that.
And you've still got Foden.
And you've still got Foden's playing midfield as well.
I like the sound of that.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
It does.
Chat, you happy with that?
Barella Kovacic.
Barella Kovacic for Gundo and Bernardo. Definitely not 5%. I like the sound of you.
You've still got the likes of Frankie De Jong and these kind of players.
Yeah, Frankie De Jong, if we wanted to like do a deal with them or someone. Yes, people are saying yes, it sounds good. Daddy says no.
Daddy ain't have umbrella.
Valve Red, I think you mean Valverde, Alan, innit? Says is available for 80 mil. Is he available though, or is it just like that's the price that they could say? I don't think.
No chance.
I don't think you can get Valverde at all, man. I think they're not going to let him go.
No.
Oh wait, El Nacional claimed that Real Madrid president Florentino will not accept anything less than 85 million for Federico Valverde. Says Omid there. Yeah.
Well, we could afford that, but I just don't think he can.
But he's definitely.
I don't think he's especially sound to us, direct Champions League competitors.
Yeah, I just don't see it. Patrick Carolus, yes. Carolin in it with a 5 says some different names. Kubo on the wing, linked in the past and technical. Isn't the guy? Didn't Kubo go to Real Madrid and get loaned out?
Don't know who he is.
Kubo. Did he go Real Madrid and get loaned out?
People saying Barella not leaving Inter. I've heard that loads of those Inter Milan players are leaving. Like that team is like disbanding nearly.
Oh,
that could be wrong.
Kubo, right? I thought he was. Oh yeah. Oh no, is that Real Sociedad now? Real Sausage Dad.
On loan?
No, they're not just proper there now. Signed properly. Permanent deal.
I'm very intrigued by this Gabri Vega kid, man. I'm very, very intrigued by him.
Yeah, a lot of people mention Gabri Vega. Obviously, we have been linked in the past with Vega, but it's just whether they're actually going to do it or not. Let's have a look.
So they need to pull their finger out, man. Give us some idea of where you're looking. Like, what market are you looking into? What kind of players do you want? Who do you want to replace? How many are we going to replace? How much money have we got to spend? We know we have big cash, but how much are we willing to spend? I'm anxious about this whole thing, man. You just listed off 9 players we could potentially lose this summer. 9?
And none of them are unrealistic.
I know. We have a thin squad as it is. 9 players. You could argue
mad.
all of them need replacing if you want to have the same amount of players in the squad as you had last year.
JP, LB, and Hugh should audition for Man City. If it was that easy, I'd go. Any chance of Gavi? No chance of Gavi. He's signed like properly now, isn't he?
No, yeah, he's registered now. He's one of their boys.
Gabri Vega, 40 games, only 2,500 minutes though, and he's got 11 goals and 4 assists, and he can play centre mid and attacking mid.
Yeah, see, I like the sound of that, and he's young, isn't he? What is he, about 20?
He is young, yeah.
Yeah, I like the sound.
He's 21. He's 21. I think Gabri Vega would be good. He is heavily linked to like different places though. But I think it's a good move. Only 40 mil, yeah, only 40 mil.
Could he be the next Gundogan? You know, that's the way City will be looking at these things now. Who is the next Gundogan? Who is the next player that can grow into being a main midfielder?
Wonder if City are looking at it going, right, we're going to lose Gundo. Let's replace Gundo's experience with Kovacic experience. Get him playing that Gundo role, and then you've got someone else, maybe like Perone Ball or maybe like a Gabri Vega, who can learn from Kovacic.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because you're not going to get the full package that Gundo offers in one transfer, are you?
No.
There's nobody out there who offers the full package.
Yeah, so you get Kovacic to replace like the experience that he brings, and you get like a younger player with the talent and like an up and coming talent who can learn a lot from Kovacic and his experience in the game. And then whilst they're both learning pep ball, they're both like, help each other out. I think, and then obviously that's how City could be looking at their long term, basically Gundo replacement. Now,
yeah, you're kind of betting in some younger talent and allowing him the pressureless period of growing into being a City player.
Yeah, I kind of. Sorry, I didn't even finish. I didn't even finish Patrick's thing. He said Kubo on the wing, linked to the pass and technical. In the midfield, don't forget Perone, but also Elmas from Napoli. Patrick, you know better about Napoli, innit? We ain't getting anyone from Napoli. But Perone in midfield is one to not forget about. He could genuinely be someone who plays a lot for us this season. If Pep thinks
I don't know what the story is with Perone. I don't know anything about the kid. I know people love him.
He just came out of nowhere, didn't he? Then he played twice, I think, and he looked decent when he came on. So people got gassed.
Was it Bournemouth away? Maybe he came on when we were winning like 3 or 4-1. He came on for a bit.
Generally can't remember the games. But I remember him coming on
Yeah.
because everyone was like, yes, gas.
If you go on the City away trips with the away fans, there's like already 2 or 3 songs about Peroni. The fans
everyone loves him.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's just very typical City. We love idolizing players who aren't involved.
Zoheeb says, who saw the Guardiola video? Have you seen it?
The Guardiola video?
Yeah. He's in the dressing room. He's got his top over his head like Balotelli, and on his stomach it says, why always me?
Hey, he wrote that on his stomach.
Yeah.
He wants the move, man.
He wants City bad, isn't it?
He's twerking.
He's genuinely got it on it, like his top over his head like Balotelli, and it's written on his stomach saying, why always me?
Chill with the twerking, Guardiola, man. Chill with the twerking. We can make it happen. You don't need to be twerking for us, but
yeah,
I do want Guardiola. I think he's a bad man.
I think personally, I think Guardiola and Kovacic are 2 done deals. It's the other places like the winger and stuff like that, the other midfielder, what we got to look at. Global Drill Movement with a 279. Yes, mate. Thanks for the super chat. Says Bernardo swap for Xavi Simons. Isn't Xavi Simons permanently at PSV?
I'm not sure.
I think he made a permanent switch to PSV, but then I think PSG have a buyback. Rubicur says Guardiola is expensive, Jod. Yeah, he's about 80 to 85 million pound. I reckon is what we'll end up getting him for. But it's I trust in Pep. Trusting Pep in the board. He plays for PSV permanently now.
I bet we'll sign some midfielder that we've never heard of. It'll just be so typical City. We'll find some midfielder that we've never heard of.
Yeah, or like it could be like not someone that we've unheard of, but like a relatively unknown, like a Gabri Vega. In fact, I'm in the boat of I think I just pick Gabri Vega as the Donny.
Yeah, I think
I think a must buy is Gabri Vega to go into that midfield role.
How do we feel about that chat? Kovacic Vega. Did we ask that already? Or we said Kovacic and Barella? No. We said Kovacic Barella. We said Kovacic Barella. How do we feel about Kovacic Vega?
Kovacic and Vega as your 2 midfielders, with Gundogan leaving and Bernardo leaving.
And you've still got Phil Foden there.
Still got Phil Foden, yeah.
W or L.
Yeah,
W's in the chat.
Oh, L's in the chat. Decent, Laquasia says. Vega's going to Liverpool, Pep mention says. Barella for me says, and yeah.
Couple W's.
Decent, Dash says. So, I mean, I think we're leaning towards that. Kovacic Barella is better. I think people would, prefer that. I think people prefer Barella over Vega, and I can see that. I can see people preferring Barella over Vega.
It's more established, isn't it? Barella's more established.
Yeah. Maybe that's where we go then. Maybe, but then, like you say, we need to replace quality with quality. So, and Barella looks quality.
I've not even seen it for Barella. I really haven't. I've watched minimal of him.
Thoughts on Verratti? Nah, not for me.
No.
Kovacic, Madison will end up being the reality. I'd be fine with that. Kovacic and Madison, I'd be fine with. I've said all along that that's what our transfer window would be for midfield players. I've said from the start it'd be Kovacic and Madison. But the links have kind of died to Madison. It's all gone to the other way.
See, Tottenham and Newcastle are pushing for Madison.
Spurs, Newcastle are the ones that like pushing it. So I think that's where it'll end up. I think it'd be a great signing for Newcastle as well.
Yeah, no doubt it will. I think it'd be a great signing for Tottenham too.
Yeah.
Madison.
Zinnikar with a 5, so Peroni's at Alvarez type beat, but because we got him in January and we had so many big games, he just couldn't play, unlike Alvarez at the start of the season. Yeah, he came in like end of Jan, February time, didn't he? So he didn't really get any time.
I'm looking forward to seeing the preseason tour, watching those games, because that's when you'll see probably like a prolonged period of Perone. You'll probably get like a good 45 minutes per game kind of thing. So that'll probably be where we get the best look of him, but I don't know. He's definitely he wasn't brought in for no reason. He wasn't brought in just so we could sing songs about him on away trips, and he just fills the bench. There's definitely a plan for Maximo Perone. Just don't know what it is.
Yeah, and obviously we won't find out till the summer / next season. It'd be nice if he stuck around with the first team though, and it gives us another option in midfield. Obviously James McAtee coming in, then you've got Perone ball, then you've got potentially 2 new midfielders, Kovacic and Barella or anyone, then you've got Foden who can come into the midfield and play winger. I think That looks good. That looks good. I don't think we have to sweat about CDM position. I kind of feel like Calvin Phillips is going to stay. I don't think we're going to sign it there. But we are interested in Declan Rice. Majorly interested in Declan Rice. With that,
I said in the stream the other day, I think the Declan Rice thing is, I know it's a lot of money, but the word for me is utility. I think he'll play a lot of football, but it won't be in like a fixed position, if that makes sense. I don't think he'll always be a 6 for City. I don't think he'll always be a centre half, whatever. I think it's on the basis that he could play probably as an 8 if you wanted him to. He could give Rodri respite as a 6. And as we know, John Stones is always picking up injuries. He could definitely do that John Stones role too.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be coming in directly to compete with one guy for one position.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? Maybe the club looking at like, they think, can Declan Rice play the 8? Oh, no.
He definitely could. Definitely could.
Maybe City looking at going, right, we've got Kovacic in, we'll get Declan Rice in, and who can play both the 6 and an 8, potentially.
And the John Stones role.
And he does the John Stones role, so I think it could be we just go and get Kovacic, Declan Rice as your midfielders. There you go.
I quite like that.
I think that's my pick.
I think that is my pick.
Kovacic, Declan Rice.
I think we've smashed that.
I think we've talked ourselves into it, and
I'm gonna shoot Cheeky an email now.
Yeah, I think that's a mint. I think that's a mint way to run it, because he can play that, like say, that centre back role that John Stones plays. He can play the 6 role that Rodri plays, and also you could push him forward into the other side where Gundogan was.
And if needs be, Declan Rice. If we were in a game where like hold on for the 1-0, you can make a double pivot of Rodri, Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Just solid wall, Rice and Rodri.
Not Deckers. Well, the truth about it is, right, we are interested in Declan Rice.
Yeah,
it's facts that we are interested in Declan Rice. So it's a weird one. I don't know if you've seen it. He just kind of twerk for City a little bit. Don't you? Have you seen he's got like KDB, like framed KDB posters, and the guy Tory and that, whatever it is. Got loads on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see that. But I think that's good, me.
I like that.
Rice twerks for every club. Sorry, says.
I think we've cracked the code there. I think that's what City are thinking.
I think that's what City are thinking. I think we've figured out what City want to do. Right, we need another position. We've gone for Sane as a must sign. We've gone for Rice as a must sign. We need another position.
We need to identify how City want to move forward with the defensive side of things. Do we want to just do away with fullbacks altogether, or do we want to bring in a fullback?
I think a lot of people saying right, but Wirtz, Jordy, Mitchell. I've never seen him, Mitchell, mate. So it's not something that I could probably look at. Left back and right back.
I don't think we're going to get a left back. I think Vardiol is kind of ticking that criteria, if that makes sense. I'm looking more at the right side of the pitch with Kyle Walker going, because Kyle Walker, obviously Cancelo's still on the books, but he's not going to play for City again. But Kyle Walker is the only out-and-out right back in the first team as it stands. Do we want to go and replace that, or are we happy to settle with Stones, Akanji, and is there another one there? There's Stones and Akanji.
Stones and Akanji, innit? And Rico Lewis.
Rico Lewis, excuse me. Yeah, Rico Lewis.
So, yeah, this is the... I just think, right, we're going for Gvardiol, because Gvardiol can play centre-back and left-back. And then you've got Ake can play centre-back, left-back. You've got Gvardiol can play centre-back, left-back. You've got Akanji who can play centre-back, left-back, right-back. You've got Stones who can play centre-back, right-back.
And then you've Rico Lewis as a right-back.
Then you've got Rico Lewis, who is a right-back.
I think they view it...
I don't think we go for a right-back.
I don't think we go for another defender once we get Gvardiol.
I think Gvardiol, he's the other must-sign. I think Gvardiol is it. I think our 3 must-sign players would be Declan Rice, Gvardiol, and Leroy Sané. Or you could look at that and go alternatives in those positions.
Yeah, but the top 3 picks that we have.
Yeah, we've picked our top 3 really realistic picks.
I think that's a decent window. Sané, Rice, Vardiol, and Kovacic.
Yeah. I don't see us going for a full. I think City will be like, yeah, no worries, Kyle Walker, mate, you can get off. We're not really running that system anymore anyway. We're completely.
We were kind of working towards phasing out that system as it was anyway.
Yeah, I mean, like it was on its way out anyway. And look at we won the Champions League final playing with all centre backs. We've won most of our games this season with all centre backs. Yes, Kyle Walker did come in for some big games and look really good, but you can't sleep on the fact that we did go a lot of the season without Kyle Walker in that side. With centre back FC.
I could see Akanji being our main right back next season.
I did with Stones next to him. I could see our back line being Stones, Akanji, Stones, Diaz, Gvardiol / Ake.
Yeah, that's the one. And you got Rico Lewis making probably more appearances this season than he did last season.
Yeah, and then obviously Rico Lewis can play left side and right side as well.
I think the defense is fine once we get Gvardiol in.
Get Gvardiol in and we're sorted then. Even if Kyle Walker leaves, I don't think we go out and get right back, personally.
Like, Akanji showed he can do it against the top wingers, man, in the Champions League. Like, he's not slow either. I know you're losing, like, ultra athleticism in Kyle Walker, but Akanji did the business, man. He's a top player.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Lang says you lot for getting Ake and Stones injury prone, but if Ake, what you're saying, Ake and Stones injury prone, right? Okay, we'll take that. So Gvardiol will come in and play in that Ake role, right? And then you go in Stones, right? We've just signed Declan Rice. Declan Rice will play the Stones role where he pushes forward into the CDM role.
Mm-hmm. Chill.
Absolutely fine if Ake and Stones. But yeah, I Miles says that Ake is an injury prone. He just had a couple of bad injuries towards the end of last season. He was fit for most of the year, so much so that I remember saying that we got to pray and hope that Ake stays fit for most of the year. Fortunately, he did. Unfortunate for him, towards the end of the season, he was missing out on big games, but
I wouldn't call him injury prone.
I wouldn't call Ake injury prone.
Just poor timing.
Akanji's one of the reasons we reached the Champions League final. Like, I think Akanji came off this season as the most played centre back.
He would have done. He should have. I think he did. Yeah.
Which is £15 million player who's going to be fifth choice. Became our most played centre back.
And he was mint anyway.
Yeah, he was sick. People like, obviously he's a bit wobbly, and I get that he is a bit wobbly. Like, and he did look a little bit wobbly against Inter Milan defensively, which obviously is a bit sus at times. But all in all, he had really good games this year. That Bayern game was next level from him, and if you think about it, that our Rodri goal in the Champions League final does not happen without Akanji there. Akanji in that centre back role goes forward, pops the ball off, and then the ball goes back to Rodri.
I know it's his first season. I don't expect him to get even better.
Yeah, I think he'll get better.
I think defense is chill. I think the defense is chill with that.
Yeah, I think the three players City must sign this summer are Gvardiol, Rice, and Sane.
I agree. That's my three.
Now, people will have alternative threes. People said about Florian Wirtz as maybe their right wing spot. People said about Moussa Diaby maybe as their right wing spot. Some people won't want Rice, some will want Barella, something like that. But we're thinking about that Stones movement, that we can have another option in there.
If we're looking to move into the kind of football that we have seen us kind of transition to over the last 6 months, these are the kind of picks that can fit those roles, fit that system, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can go for other players who maybe this would be a whole brand new thing for them, but Declan Rice is an obvious replacement for John Stones. Mm-hmm. Obvious replacement for John Stones. And he'll offer Rodri respite because you don't want Rodri playing 60 games a season, year in, year out. That's not happening. That can't be rapid, isn't it? He'd be finished by the time he's 30, 29. So Declan Rice seems obvious. And then Gvardiol, it speaks for itself. The left-hand side, defense, centre-half, left-back. And then Sane is kind of like just our sort of pick in terms of wingers, but you can kind of
what's funny, right? Peter Flynn in the chat here, Declan Rice, fucking hell, I'm off your brain dead, right? Right. But I don't understand about that, yeah, Pete, yeah. Firstly, I get it's hot in it, so you might just be a bit rage. Secondly, City are interested in Declan Rice, so you're just saying all our board are fucking brain dead as well. We are interested in Declan Rice, so you're just going, the board must be fucking brain dead.
The board who built the team that's won 5 out of 7 Premier Leagues, just won a treble, are brain dead.
Yeah, they're brain dead as well. So we're not allowed to speak about the players that our board want, because our board must be fucking brain dead as well. Man, this heat getting to people, innit?
People need to chill, man. People need to chill. We're only talking about Declan Rice because we're genuinely linked with him.
We are genuinely linked with Declan Rice. We're genuinely actually linked with Declan Rice. In fact, he's the only fucking player that we've been linked with other than Gvardiol.
Yeah. There you go.
All the other players that we've been speaking about, we've not been linked with any of them properly recently.
We're not linked with Sané. We're not linked with Kimmich. We're not linked with Barella.
We're linked with Declan Rice. We're not linked with Diaby. We're not linked with no other wingers. We are legit linked with Rice. And now we're brain dead for speaking about players we're legit linked with. Oh, man.
What? I don't understand why people don't rate Declan Rice. I think he's sick.
I think he'd do that role. I think he'd do that role mint.
And at 24 years old, he's only going to get better. And who better in terms of the managers is going to get it out of him than Pep Guardiola? He could be sick. He's technically brilliant. He's boring, people say. What, is it because he's English or what? Is it because he plays for West Ham and it's not like, he's coming in from Napoli or Borussia Dortmund or
That's
something?
funny, because Famelo there says we don't rate Rice and then put English tax.
Listen, any English players we have signed in the last decade have banged. They all have. Can you name one that haven't? Kyle Walker, Jack Grealish. You've got Foden there. Calvin Phillips, excuse me. Yeah, he hasn't banged quite yet.
Yeah.
Who else have we signed that's English? John Stones.
Yeah.
John Stones, man. John Stones would have been coming. John Stones would have been coming to City under similar kind of circumstances to as Declan Rice. Obviously, the price tag's inflated, but like this centre half from Everton, decent ball playing ability. No one's really rated him too highly. People didn't actually rate him for his first season at City anyway. And then he banged.
Sterling.
Cash
English tax. Jack Rodwell.
Yeah, Scott Sinclair.
Yeah, Scott Sinclair. Jeez, man. Yeah, like I trust what Pep wants to do in that, and if that's the way it is, if that's the way it is,
even Fabian Delph, man, he turned into a baller at left back.
Yeah, he balled out.
We got 100 points with Fabian Delph playing left back.
Like, genuinely, I'd be gassed with a season of Gvardiol, Rice, Kimmich, and Sane / our winger.
Well, you're throwing Kimmich in there too slyly. You thought I wouldn't hear that, yeah?
I meant Kovacic, not Kimmich. It's because there's one point in the chat about Kimmich, and I was like, what? Yeah, nah. Yeah, Gvardiol, Kimmich, Kovacic, fucking hell. Gvardiol, Kovacic, the heat's getting to me now. Gvardiol, Kovacic, Sane, Declan Rice.
I'm buzzing with that. Take that.
Done. Done dealio.
Give us another treble. It's done. Put our name on the trophy.
Tick that box. Oh, baby, the 5 says we are linked to the Champions League. Let's hope we get that again.
We're linked to the what?
Champions League, just like the Champions League as a whole, innit? So maybe the trophy, innit?
Okay, right.
The trophy was at the end the other day, actually. Like yesterday or something. I don't know if it's still there.
You should have gone to get a photo with the treble, man.
I know, I should have gone and done it, innit? What a fake fan in that.
Plastic, leave your mum's basement.
Or a plastic. Get out your mum's basement. Get aircon in your mum's basement, please. Patrick Gross with the 2 says Rice, Cover, Gvardiol, and Kubo. Yeah, Patrick's gonna die on the Kubo hill, innit? I rate it. Zinikawa with the 2 says if Rice was Spanish or Brazilian, he would be world class.
Yeah, if his name was Davide Rice.
Yeah, Rice. Yeah, if he was called Rice. Davide Rice.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, he's sick. Get
Davide Rice in from Spain.
Yeah.
Or Ricinho from Brazil.
Yeah, Rice Aldinho. You know what I'm saying, man? He's a baller. He is a baller.
Oh, Davide Arroz, because that's Rice, isn't it?
That's big brains. We don't have the IQ for that.
Yeah, we don't have the IQ. Yes, Dugan in chat. Leave Rice alone, lads. Come on.
Nah, you know what?
Dugan's an Arsenal fan, innit? So I can see that's why he's saying leave Rice alone, because he wants him.
Rice Amiro.
Rice Amiro. LLS says Rizzo from Italy. Now we've got
Rizzo's from Southampton. Mate.
Rizzo's from Southampton. Wears a fedora. A bright white fedora. Yeah. So that's our picks anyway. Do you know what I mean? That's our picks. I think I think we've got it good there. And we
I
cannot
think we have
complain
to.
at all. That's it. Your daddy at 8 months says naming outstanding quality about Rice's game that is appealing. Declan is just Rice. I don't know. You're asking a weird. That's a weird ass question. That.
Well, I suppose the fundamentals he does brilliantly anyway. The basics in terms of what a number 6 is meant to do, breaking up attacks and that kind of thing. I think he's very good going forward. Like if you watch him play for England, he has more of a license to go forward because
he does go forward quite a bit for England. But the thing for me is, you've got to see him in a Pep system and see if it works. And I think he'd work.
We're talking about players here who we think could come into a Pep Guardiola system. Not saying that they're already at that level and it's just going to be like a fit like a glove situation. Who could come in and potentially play for Pep Guardiola? I think Declan Rice has the footballing IQ to grow into a top footballer for Pep Guardiola. Mm-hmm. John Stones did not. When John Stones came from Everton, he was not the ready-made package. Neither is Declan Rice. That's the way you have to look at it. Rodri was way off when he first arrived. I didn't like him when he first arrived. I was like, who is this guy, man? Yeah, 2 years later.
I didn't like him. Yeah, to be fair.
I didn't like him, man. He wrecked my head. Now he's the best in the world, and he has been for 2-3 years. With City, it's sometimes you're looking at players who could mold into what we want.
Could do it, yeah. Could do it. FK with a 5 says, imagine a system where Rice, Stones, and Rodri interchange between centre back and CDM. But honestly, I hope Walker stays and maybe Mahrez out and Kvaratskhelia in. I can't see us going Kvaratskhelia on the base that he plays for Napoli. We really don't like dealing with Napoli. But Walker, I do hope Walker stays personally. I do hope Walker stays. The news isn't very good that's coming out about him leaving. It's looking like it's leaning towards him leaving the football club. But yeah, obviously Rice and Stones and Rodri, it can interchange between centre-back and CDM. We've seen it happen loads of times with Stones and Rodri already. We've seen Rodri slot back when needed. I think Rice could offer a lot to that. Dugan in the chat says, would you do 70 million and Phillips for Rice? I think that's probably what City are looking at. That's because then West Ham go and get probably what their first choice target would be if they lost Rice anyway.
That's for me why West Ham are just kind of putting Arsenal on the back burner.
Because if they lose Rice, they'll come to City and try and get Phillips.
And we can just be like, nah.
They'll come to City and try and get Phillips. However, City can turn around and go, we'll do a deal with you. We'll give you Phillips and money for Rice.
That's like I said, I think that's why West Ham have been kind of telling Arsenal to chill out a bit, because they're waiting for us.
Yeah, so like I say, there's concrete interest there from City for Rice. So for the people that don't like it, if he does pull on that blue shirt, you need to back him, man. You can't all just like that. Oh, I don't like this. You know what I mean, is what it is.
You need to think about the players that are currently in the squad, man. Like, are you in the chat satisfied that Calvin Phillips is going to give Rodri consistent respite in this upcoming season? I'll tell you now for a fact, chat. Rodri cannot do another 55, 60 games. He can't. It's not good for him. It's not good for us long term. If we want to prolong Rodri's career, which we of course do for another good 10 years, 8 to 10 years, you can't have him playing 55, 60 games a season. Right. Are you satisfied? I'm not saying I am or I amn't, but are you satisfied that Calvin Phillips is going to take at least 20 of those games off Rodri this season?
At this moment in time, it's not looking like it, innit?
No, Declan Rice will.
Declan Rice would do that from the off. So yeah, I mean, I rate Phillips's desire to stay. I rate that, but if City want to use him in a deal to get Rice, I guess that's what it is. That's what it is.
If Phillips stays, I'll back him.
Oh, I back him if he stays 100%. I've got like a newfound love for Phillips, especially after the beer gate when I drank all of his beer. But yeah.
Oh yeah. We shared a moment, me and Phillips. When he signed my shirt, we shared a moment. We locked eyes. He signed my shirt. I said, Calvin.
Also, Calvin, man, he was close to raising up Calvin, isn't it? You know what we need? We need on a soundboard. We need that. Do you know when at the thingy? He gets the fans excited. Is it fans excited? Is that what it says? He gets the fans excited. He fucking hates Man United. I can't remember what it says. It's funny as fuck. It's a Johnny Stone song, isn't it? That's what we need on it. It's well.
Sus.
And he sounds exactly like my mate Connor as well, which is weird.
Why?
You said Calvin Wegsbury.
It's those dreadlocks, man. It's those dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? They do things. No, but listen. All jokes aside, if Calvin stays, I'll back him, and I want him to do well. I do like him, but I am more confident in Declan Rice offering Rodri that respite that I'm talking about than I am Calvin Phillips at this moment in time. That's all.
Yeah. Right then. And Guardiola 729 says, can we look into Nico Schlotterbeck? He's the Donny who's slated thing, innit? Haaland. Remember? And he was like, said that, yeah, he knew he was the one who knew how to stop Haaland.
Yeah, and evidently he didn't.
Yeah. Nah, not for me. Right. Other than that, I guess that's your transfer stream for the day. And we'll obviously come back to you with more transfer news as it comes out. Hopefully some winger news pops. Because at the moment it's just outgoings all the time. Hopefully we can get some more news on maybe Declan Rice. Maybe Kovacic. Obviously Kovacic is getting close. Very, very close to being done. Same said with Gvardiol. So exciting times as City fans.
Sort of,
yeah. With the players on the Exodus, whatever it's called. Yeah, if you've not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click notification bell so you know every time that we go live. So when transfer news does pop and we get them emergency live streams, you know, boom, it's on your phone. It says, "Yo, they're live." You can go, "Yes, I need to watch this." Yeah, so get that. If you want to support the channel even further, there is a link in the description to the Xtra Club where you get extra perks and that, get access to the Discord server and stuff. But other than that, I think that's it, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's it.
We'll see you tomorrow. See you in a bit.
A bit.